Hello, YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays Dungeon Inn. So this is a little game that I saw crop up recently. It was on sale, although I think by the time this video comes out, it won't be. But it's still a fun little game. It is an inn management game with an interesting twist in that your clientele hates each other. Let me explain, but let me show. I'll show you what I mean. Let's start a new game, shall we? And we'll go on medium difficulty here. I'm fairly new to the game. We can always bump it up later on. So you got Port City and you got Highland City, and the people from those two towns hate each other. But there's a dungeon. But what about the fighting? Who cares if they're rivals, as long as we don't get caught? I mean, hey, sell it to both sides, double customers. Whoops. Yeah, don't just run into random caves. So, proposing a business venture to the dragon. Not my first instinct, but hey, I mean, you know, prospects of gold to a dragon, that keeps you alive at least. Oh, I always appreciate a business savvy dragon. You know, you have this giant pile of wealth, you know, don't just sit on it, invest it. Use money to make money. Something on your mind? You've got that look on your face. Oh, it's nothing. Time to open shop. Voila! It just seems way too risky. But think about it, we'll be fine as long as no one catches on. An inn right in front of a dungeon. One's last opportunity to gear up before delving into those dangerous depths. How could any adventurer pass it up? It does seem intriguing. However, I'm pretty sure there's a reason no one's ever done it before. Suppose the adventurers run into each other outside the inn. Then what? If they find out we're working both sides, that'll be the end of us. So we gotta do what we gotta do. Make sure that doesn't happen. It'll all work out in the end. The higher the risk, the higher the reward. You. Also, if it weren't for Sarah, there wouldn't have been a contract to begin with. I mean, you're not wrong, but... Oh man, should I just forget the contract and just make a run for it? Don't sweat it. I'm sure you can pull this off. No way anyone's gonna catch on during the first month. Besides, we won't have that many guests right from the get-go, so it's worth a shot. And who knows? We might make a killing if our clients are big shots. We could strike some serious gold here. Ooh, count me in. I suppose no one's going to notice right from the start. Week 1, between excitement and anxiety. We mustn't get found out. So, the way this works is that there are adventurers that are all headed towards the dungeon, and you know they do what adventurers do. They want to tackle the dungeon, but we are an inn opened up right outside the dungeon, so you know we can convince them to make one last little pit stop for us, make some gold off of them. You know what they do in the dungeon is not our business. However, the thing to keep in mind is that the adventurers from the two cities hate each other. We're not entirely sure why, but they hate each other. They really do. So we want to entice people into the inn, but we also want to make sure that they don't bump into each other. This is bad, right? They might start fighting as soon as we open the inn. It'll be fine. It doesn't look like both sides are looking to stay here. Well, isn't that the bigger problem if nobody wants to stay at the inn? We should put up a sign. The signboard is now available to use. So luckily you have some advertisement tools to manipulate the movement and positioning of the adventurers, so that and I'll demonstrate this here. We'll get access to all our tools soon. So each turn, the adventurers from each side start from the city and proceed towards the dungeon, which is down here. Here's our inn. So we've got a couple of people here, and now normally they're not even going to stop by us. They don't necessarily know we exist or really care. So we're going to take a signboard and we're going to put it right here. You should see the guests doing. So now that we have a signboard here, anybody in this row and anybody who passes this row gets enticed by the sign. They're like, ooh, an inn. I should stop in the inn. So while these guys aren't being enticed, these ones are. How will you know if an adventurer wants to come in or not? Sixth sense? Superior skills of observation? You mean the scent of money. An adventurer is considering staying at the inn, a bed icon will be displayed. You can select the adventurer to view more detailed information. Guests will leave the inn after 1 day. The lodge can accommodate guests based on the number of beds available. Take note, when no beds are available, you can't take in any more guests until the next day. So what do we do next? I'm not really sure, but not much we can do for the time being, so let's see what happens. So yeah, and each day is made up of 4 segments. So the earlier you get them into the inn, they, not only will they take up beds, but they'll start like whining and dining and spending money. So it's actually good to get them in early, but getting your beds filled is a good thing. And then at the end of the day, they'll leave, check out, pay you, and make room for more. And our sign is up for 2 turns. So this guy is going to get enticed as well. For best results, cleanliness and inspections are a must. We can't use a signboard right away. There's nothing to do right now, so what do we do? That's right. Where's the stall? In storage. Why? Wouldn't we make more money if we sold food outside? So the food stall is now available for use. So the food stall, and I think this is a pun. It's a very effective pun. I approve of it. Will slow your adventurer's speed here. You can see each adventurer will move a certain number of steps each turn. And, when they, either get here, if they want to go to the inn, they'll go to the inn, or they'll just pass on by. But maybe we're not ready yet. The sign's not ready yet. So we could make them stall. This not only makes them slower, but we make $10 or 10 gold for each one that hits up the food stall. So now it's going to take these guys a lot longer to get here, meaning we can prepare a little bit more effectively here. Not to mention the inn is full down here, and we got to wait stall to the end of the day to make room for them. Should probably start receiving guests. We need a minimum of 8 guests on each side, and don't let them figure out what we're up to. Oh right, nothing's more important than keeping this under wraps. So each stage has mandatory goals. Shall we place the signboard on the road to the Mountain Guild the adventurers take? Aren't there more adventurers on the Seaside Guild? We're out of beds on that side, so we can't take any more Seaside Guild guests. So yes, we can't take any more guests here, so we should use our sign over here. And that's going to entice these 3 Mountain Guilds. Now, it's safe to get them in during, like once they're in their inn, they're kept separate. It's when they arrive at the same time that's the risk. But as long as you alternate who you're admitting guests from, you'll be fine. And that way you can make money from both sides. All right, let's check out today's haul. In Dungeon Inn, the length of the day is 4 turns. After 4 turns, when a day passes, all guests staying at the inn will check out and depart for the dungeon. Earning money is important, but it's also crucial to spread the name of Dungeon Inn. As your fame increases, more adventurers will visit. All right, so we got three guests over here, 3 guests over here. Now it's early in the game, we don't have any amenities, so the fact that these guys stayed here longer doesn't really make us more money than the people that just stayed one day. But once we get in a little bit further and we start building amenities, they'll have money, they'll have places to spend their money, and we can earn more. But hey, some simple bed fees are all good. Energy drink, what for? We need to take the signboard down soon. We do? Yeah. Adventurers who drink these won't be able to move fast. Adventurers who drink these will be able to move faster and go farther, right? That means more of them will get to see the signboard while it's up, which in turn means more adventurers will come to the inn. Oh, I get it. Not a bad idea. Energy drink is available for use. So, the signboard's going to die next turn. And then it goes on cooldown. We want them, and again, none of these adventurers are being enticed to get into the inn. But if we energy drink them right here, they will see it. Now, the tutorial is forcing me to place it here, but I would prefer to put it here because that way we speed up the bug, but all right, fine, whatever. But anyway, yeah, it gets these 2 across the signboard sooner so that they are both enticed by it, even if it takes them 1 more turn to actually get into the inn. Once they see the sign, they're enticed to visit. Ooh, a lucky wheel. I'm really good at spinning these things. Wait, what's this for? Maybe we could keep the adventurers distracted. Well, we might be able to buy ourselves some time. Perhaps, but do we have something that we can give out for a prize? We have stuff in storage, lots of inventory. We can't just give that away. We'd go broke. If we make it big here, we won't need it anymore. Come on, say something, Butter. Zip. Butter? Does make sense, doesn't it? I say we go all in, since we're already come this far. All right, so the lucky wheel just basically creates a wall of distraction. Our sign is on cooldown, and we would lose a whole bunch of adventurers. But if we lucky wheel down here, that will stop all of them from progressing. And then by the time the wheel's expired, we'll have our sign back. And also, since these guys were not advertised to, they just pass us by, which is fine. All right, our sign is back in action, but I'm not going to use it right away, mainly because we want it for next turn, and we have to wait for the wheel to expire. We'll let the guys accumulate. But we do have our food stall again, which would allow us to, well, stall. I think we'll get more takers from here. Yeah, slow you guys down. You're already a lost cause. You're just booking it out of here, passing us by, but that's okay. All right, now our thing's all done. They're all about to pass us by, but now we can drop a big sign. All right, we're going to lose these 2 right here. But we will slow the roll of everyone else. We could throw down a haste. Like we go here. That will get them going faster. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing, though. Yeah, and unfortunately, we only have 4 beds, so these 4 are all going to... Well, actually, this guy's going to only make it to here, If we haste this guy, then we get 4 going in here. And the rest of these actually make it to the sign next turn. So yeah, actually this is ideal. Because the day is about to roll over. So these 4 will all go in, rest a day, get out of there to make more room for these other 4. Oh, that's perfect. And yep, 4 in, 4 out. 2 in, 2 out. Money, money, money. Yeah, now all 3 of these are going to be checking in, nice, bright and early. All of our abilities are on cooldown. That's okay. It stinks that we lose these 2, but we'll have more that we can grab. All right, we've got enough seaside people. We do need to make sure that we're getting enough mountainside people in. What are all these notes for? You writing a book? Just things that happened so far. So yeah, we're... All right, do I want to drop... We're going to get our sign back and our haste potion back, and this guy's not going to be beyond advertising, so we don't need to drop our wheel. I mean, we could drop our wheel here to start holding these guys up for a hot minute. Let them all bunch up. The other thing is we have 4 wisp workers, and each of these takes 1 thing. So the sign and the haste, and then we keep the food stall off to the side. Yeah, why not? So we will put a stop to all you right there. Coffee smells really good. I know, right? We might use the high quality coffee grounds. Adventure staying at the inn may sometimes use amenities like the cafe. Oh, I guess we do have that. It just wasn't doing that. So now they're actually going to start spending some extra money. Okay, now we want the signboard to catch this guy, but we also want everyone else to hurry up and get through here. So we will put you up there, and that will haste all y'all in here. It's going to take you a turn or 2, but it'll get you moving. Now we can't place the food stall because we're out of wisp workers. You can see on here when they'll be coming up. And yeah, all of these guys are getting hasted. These guys are getting advertised to. I think I'm going to food stall them because I don't want them bumping into each other. And then, I mean, that's 50 gold right here. You get 10 gold a pop for just them hitting the food stall. And that'll slow them down to maybe we can get our sign recharged. All right, we got enough adventurers from the Mountain Guild. And now everything on top of this is just gravy. Yeah, look at that. 4 on one side, 3 on the other. Adventurers are categorized as novice, expert, or master. The higher the rank of the adventurers visiting your inn, the more benefits they will bring, whether it's money or fame. All right, so we got a blue bomber here. That being said, yeah, everything's on cooldown, but that's okay because we've slowed their roll enough that they're still in advertisable range that we can hit this whole group with a sign. And, you know, we made boku bucks from this food stall, so I'm good with that. This guy's going to pass us by, but nothing we can do about that. All right, now we signboard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Do we want to put up a stopper, like right here? Just bunch them up a little bit. Let them accumulate. And more importantly, do we want them to accumulate up here, or do we want them to accumulate a little bit further down? let's wait a turn, because it seems right to space out our sign and our lucky wheel. So we'll let them travel down and accumulate closer. Do I need to drop a haste? I hate to do a hurry up and wait, but we could haste these two a little bit. No reason to. All right, you're getting in there. We might have some guys that don't. I don't want to drop a stop here, but yeah, no, we got to drop a stop over here. We're gonna stop you. And then by the time this decays and these guys all accumulate, we could drop a haste like right here. That'll speed this guy up because we can get 4 people. This guy will make his way down eventually. He might not even bump into the stop, but that's okay. Unfortunately, these two... Oh, yeah, we're going to run out of room here. We could throw down a food stall. I don't think it's worth it to bother stalling these. I mean... No, actually, hang on. We can stall these guys by a turn. Because they've already been advertised to. They want to go to the inn. They're just going really slow, and this will buy us the day for the rooms to clear up. We haven't advertised to this guy yet, but that's okay. He'll pass us by, but he'll still give us $10 for going to the food stall. Yeah, now they're visiting the cafe and giving us some Boku bucks. Let's try getting as many So yeah, this guy was about to get, no roomed, but we slowed him down, and now we waited an extra turn, and there we go. All right, but now, yeah, we want to advertise here. Oop, at this rate, we're about to be in a fight. Ooh. Well, I didn't think about that. Yeah, you can't have them arriving at the same time. So we're going to lose out on these 3, but we won't lose out on this guy, and that's kind of that's kind of the star of the show here. Dang. Okay, I kind of outfoxed myself. All right, now we advertise here to make sure that this guy gets in. Although, I mean, there's so many more coming through here. When we already hit our although there's already 2 people in here. Yeah, we should advertise to you, and then we gotta speed you guys up. Yeah, so they're all gonna hit the advertisement soon, quickly enough. I mean, it's the end of the week here, so stopping these guys isn't really gonna do much for us. All right, last turn, we got our last guy going here. We might actually, what we should do is food stall, because that will give us 30 more gold. Even if, it doesn't matter what they do, they're just going to hit up the food stall, give us some gold. This one will make it to the inn, and we'll be golden. And yes, we succeeded at the they must not run into each other. Not bad, not bad. Another successful week. Done. Looks like we made it through the first week. I was so scared that a fight would break out. See, I told you it would work out. course, I have to say we did pretty all right considering we barely prepared anything. Hence, Wispy. Eh? You're taking note of all of our achievements, both big and small, right? Yep. That being said, with a bit more support, we might be able to boost our sales. Maybe we could talk a bit later. Yeah, we made boku bucks from the seaside people. But we did get one expert from the mountainside, and we got all of our quests, 435 bucks, well, gold. Looks like we'll be getting a bit more support. What do you think? How about more rooms? We could have more guests that way. I say we add a pub. Pubs and inns go well together. Sure you're not looking to get your drink on? As if. Let's do both. If we do as Bambi says, we'll be able to accommodate more guests. And if we do as Butter says, well, we might get the attention of more adventurers. We'll also get our customers open lower wallets, not to mention pubs have killer profit margins. Yeah, I'm with you, Sarah. Maybe it's time to talk a bit more with the Wisps. Can add a regular pub to the lodges of the Sea and Mountain Guilds. Can add a standard room to the lodges of the Sea and Mountain Guilds. So yeah, now we get to add stuff to our inn. Now, and we use that with the tokens that we earn from our mission. So we have 2 sea and 2 mountain. And as you can see here, yeah, we keep the adventurers separate from each other once they're inside. So they don't know that we're housing the guild from the other side. So let's get a pub here. And let's get a room over here. Looks good to me. How'd the talks go? For now, we've secured space for a room and a pub, just one each. One of each, We just started the business, so we should be thankful we've come this far. We'll be sure to attract more investment once the inn starts performing better and building a name for itself. Hear, hear. All right, let's make some more money. Wait a minute. Yeah, what's up? Looks like Wispy is writing something in the back. Oh, Wispy, what are you writing so diligently? Come on, let me see. This month's guest's tribute. It says something like that. Is that some kind of report? Oh, I see. It's only natural to keep checking the results of an investment. Yeah, wisps are, I guess, the minions of the dragon. Surprised they didn't go with kobolds. That'd be the more traditional option. But you know what? I can get behind wisps. A little bit more work. Well, what can we do? Each month, Sarah is evaluated by the Wisp for whether she has achieved this month's goal. Yep. All right, folks. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya!